What is going on, FG3000, back in the place to be, and welcome to Star Trek Fleet Command. Now, before we begin, today's video is brought to you by Star Trek Fleet Command, so if you do like what you see and you want to try out the game yourself, please do so using my referral links below this video. So, let's go ahead and jump right in. With a game like this, it is quite vast, and it's going to be nearly impossible to show you every single aspect of Star Trek Fleet Command in a single video, but you know what? I'm going to try. And I feel like the very best way to try is to kind of show you what the game is like via a Let's Play session, kind of going through your daily grind, giving you guys an idea of what it's like to play this game on a day-to-day basis, right? So here's my count, here's my exterior, right? My little carved out place here in a galaxy unknown. If we go in here into the interior, we're gonna get very acclimated to my interior. This is where, you know, all of my upgrades, my research, all of that takes place here. And it's really easy to kind of flow through this because the game does give you a nice little quality of life, kind of giving you a recommendation on the very next thing that you need to be upgrading. So right now I need to upgrade my warehouse because I am getting quite full. Like, I have a ton of resources, but I don't have any place to carry it. For the sake of this video, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be using lots of speed ups. The game is quite generous when it comes to these speed ups. So when you first start playing the game, don't worry about being too miserly when it comes to miserly FG? Dude, I don't know. It just came from nowhere, you know what I'm saying? New word for me. Use your speed ups, dude. Get them going. That way you can kind of get to the point of the game where all of this stuff is just like, you know, running like a well-oiled machine, right? So right now the game is recommending that I just kind of upgrade my little resource generations now that I have a bigger warehouse to actually house them. And you can kind of see if the timer is, you know, decently short, the game will just allow you to freely upgrade those. So, you know, if it's like just a few minutes, the game is like, you know what, let's just call it good. So it looks like all the way up to about 7 minutes, the game will just kind of let you get away with it. But there are different kind of categories of speed ups here, right? So I'll go ahead and speed that up and get that flowing. And the entire time I'm going through this, I'm also completing my daily goals, right? So I just completed Prime Real Estate. So I advanced my station by upgrading some of my modules. So we'll go ahead and get credit for that. It's gonna give me even more resources. Thankfully, I did upgrade my warehouse so I can actually house that. While we're here, you know what? We should absolutely join an alliance because the great thing about joining an alliance here is that when I have something that takes quite a while for me to upgrade, my alliance members can actually help me by speeding that up, and I can also do the same for them. So looking at all the names of these alliances, and I feel like that's the very best way to judge said alliance, I'm gonna go ahead and join the Pooh Army. So welcome FG3000 to the Pooh Army. I'm glad to be here. All right, so I'll go ahead and help my fellow alliance mates here, right? So this is exactly what I was talking about. I have some people here that are working on research, building construction, etc., etc. So I help all of them, and they'll be able to do the same exact thing for me, and that'll kind of help us out throughout the course of this video. Dude, I love the tag, right? The tag is Pooh. 3 O's, 3 O's. So that just knocked out my next daily. That's my alliance daily. We are good to go. I'm also trying to work on power creep here, right? So power creep, gain power by completing research and upgrading your station. I can kind of do that right now, but let's go ahead and grab this milestone reward while we're here. We got some recruit tokens. So you know, towards the end of the video, we absolutely will be doing a good old fashioned summon session. So let's get some research going here, right? So the top go button is normally for building like buildings and things of that nature. This second one is for building research, right? So I'm all about that combat action. You can kind of see I've been quite busy here. Let's go for reinforced bulkheads. So that's gonna give my base armor an increase there. I'll ask my alliance for help, my newly found alliance. So we'll go ahead and ask for that, and that'll get that cooling down. I'll leave that on the timer. I don't feel the need to speed that up at the moment. So let's go ahead and continue building up our generators here. And at every single time that I build something, I can now ask my alliance for help, and they can kind of help me speed that through. But at the same time, for the sake of this video, I will continue to use some speed ups to kind of speed through the process here. So look at this one. So my next upgrade is gonna be upgrading my dry dock A. So that's kind of my outside. Ooh, what is this win? What did I just win? Dude, I'm winning. Dude, I got some more recruit tokens, and I got 9 premium recruit tokens along with some officer EXP. We'll absolutely take that while we upgrade our outside dry dock there as well. And it looks like we still have a few more upgrades on our dry dock that we can kind of blow through here. Mission complete on, and we are looking pretty good. So power creep is now complete, and we can keep it rolling here. It looks like my next one is upgrade operations to level 8 to advance my station. So my station is kind of like my main operations, right? So this is like my main base right here. And pretty much every upgrade is gonna be tied to this at some point, right? And the game will let me know exactly what's kind of holding me back before I can upgrade my level of operations to the next level. So it looks like I need Dry Dock B, right? So that needs to be level 4. So let's go ahead and knock that out. So we'll just stay right out here in the galaxy, and we'll just continually kind of spam that up until it gets to at least level 4. Easy clap there with all those instants. We're good to go. And I don't really need to ask people for help every single time, but you know what? It's fine. All right. So now that we got Dry Dock B up to level 4, it's now time to upgrade our shipyard level 7, which is over here. You can kind of see the order of operations here, right? So before I can do that, I also need to upgrade my Dry Dock A to level 4. I wish I would have known that. And then my R&D department up to level 7. I'll do that because that's going to take a little bit more time, because this is kind of I don't want to say a more important building, but this building takes a little bit more time in between upgrades, right? So we'll go ahead and knock that out, get that R&D going up here just a tad, and then we'll go back to our operations to see what else am I missing? Dry Dock A up to 4. So that'll do that. Hit that speed up. We are now good to go. So now we can go back into our base here. We'll go back inside the interior, and that should be enough to get us up to, no, what am I missing? Oh yeah, the shipyard. Dude, that was a skill issue. I can't front. So we'll get our shipyard. That's a whole hour once again. Do not worry about these. Just go ahead and just use them, because that is exactly what they're for. I'll use a few of these 30-minute ones here, or 10-minute ones. All right, so now that we got everything we need to upgrade our operations to level 8, you can see this is gonna take about 5 hours. This is a prime candidate to let your alliance kind of help you speed that through, and just kind of worry about working on other things while that's happening in the background, right? There's absolutely plenty to do here. So the next one we wanna do, ooh, it's time for some chests already. So we got a 24-hour chest, a 10-minute chest, and a 4-hour chest. So let's open up this 24-hour chest, and I'll show you the recruiting, because something that has been added to the game since the last time I played, ooh, those 15-minute ones are gonna come in handy quite a bit. Something that's been added to the game since the last time I played is being able to assign officers to help you with some of these tasks, right? So we're gonna move on over here to the premium recruit. I got enough to do 1 premium recruit summon. So we'll let this full summon animation play out here, and let's see who we can bring. Now, full disclosure, I don't know a lot about Star Trek, I can't front, but we have 7 of 11. I'm not gonna do the obvious reference there. Very, very cool, and I'll show you how to use these guys as well, ladies and gals. Very nice. And one more for the road, Yuki Salu. All right, so this is someone that I absolutely recognize. So this is Scotty, right? So some of his traits, Captain Maneuver. So Cadet Scotty increases the ship hull health by 10%. And he also has Warp Theory. Cadet Scotty increases the warp distance of a ship by 2 as well. So you can kind of see your officers are gonna provide support and passive stats for your ship, your upgrades, things of that nature. They can also impact the loot that you get via combat as well. So with that being said, let us find some trouble, shall we? So this screen is very important. This will kind of show you, like, if you ever get to a point where you're kind of feeling lost and you're not sure what to do, this little tab over here will kind of show you everything, right? It'll give you some recommended suggestions along with levels. Like for this one, for example, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Recommended level 25, so I'm not quite there yet. But this one right over here, I can absolutely do. This is upgrading more Dry Dock B action. But what I really wanna do is I wanna test my combat training skills, right? So defeat some hostiles is something I absolutely want to do, because defeating hostiles will actually hit multiple different categories of achievements that I'm trying to do right here, right? So I have some ship achievements that want me to defeat some hostiles, and then also I have some combat ones that'll eventually lead me to defeating hostile ships as well. And there are some pretty great milestone rewards, as you guys can see here at the top. So let's start off with that. Let's defeat some hostile ships encroaching on my galaxy here, right? So let's start with this level 1. We'll go ahead and start with you, and you can see the poo on the way. So now that I'm in range, I can scan them if I choose to, you know, if I want to just kind of like size them up and see if I'm strong enough to defeat them. As you guys can see, my strength level, I'm pretty good. I got Spock on my squad. I shouldn't have anything to worry about whatsoever. So my poo will attack this destroyer over here, and that'll kind of help me once again achieve some of my achievements that I'm trying to, say it one more time, FG, achieve, right? So down you go. That is a victory. And if I go back over here to this little achievement screen here, I think that also hit one of my daily goals as well, perhaps, maybe, let's see. Let's see. Is there any? Yeah. So, oh, it's gonna be level 6 or higher. All right. Yeah, you got me. All right, let's see if we can find some higher level ships there. The game is like, really, bro? You want some rewards for defeating some level 1 and 2 ships? Hey, man, I'm just coming back, man. I'm trying to get back into the groove. And someone else I recognize is Data, either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and level him up using these little resource materials here, making him slightly more effective. Looks like you can increase the attack and defense and health of all officers on the bridge, and then power play increases the weapon damage of the ship as well. So having these officers on your ship as you go out on missions and fight, all of the enemies throughout the galaxy, you're gonna have more and more upgrades depending on which officers you bring to the fray and based on what levels they are as well, right? So now I got Data, aka Data, up to level 5, and now it's time for me to try to break him through to the next series of levels, which are gonna require me to grab some shards, right? So do I have any more? I got enough for one more pull here. Maybe we'll get real lucky, get some YouTube luck. Dude, I'm starting to recognize some of these people here. I know you. I've seen a few episodes. All right, so far I showed you guys my base. I showed you, some of the interior management. We did some combat. So the next thing I want to show you guys in this video is trying to build some more ships, right? Because that's the name of the game. You want to have a base. You want to have all of these ships going around the galaxy. So I do have a quest here to build this ship, right? So let's kind of go through this to see how we can do it. So here's the ship. It's a common ship here. So in order to do this, I need to have a shipyard, and then I also need to unlock it via research, right? So before I can do that, I need to understand fusion, which is this one right over here, which means I also need to understand this level of fusion. So let's go ahead and speed this up if we can. And now that I just researched these 2 levels of fusion, I now unlock the ability to actually unlock the ship itself. Got my new ship, and this is going to increase my mining rate of parsteel as well. So let's go ahead and just instant build this for the sake of the YouTube. And just like that, we were able to create yet another ship. And there we go. And now it's time for me to go to ship management so I can assign some officers to my new ship. I will gladly do so. So now that I got my new ship, the next thing I probably need to look for is for an officer that kind of, melds well with, mining parsteel. And I think I have one right over here, like parsteel miner, right? Increases the mining rate of the ship by 40%. So I can really turn that new ship into like a parsteel mining machine, literally. So there you go, my friends. Hopefully that gives you guys an idea of what it's like to play Star Trek Fleet Command on a day-to-day basis. As far as my dailies, I was almost there, right? So we got a few more milestone rewards there. We got some more premium recruit tokens, completionist is another one here. So the only other ones that I need to complete is opening my 4-hour chest. Obviously that's kind of time gated. And then I need to defeat those 5 hostile ships, level 6 or higher. So I got to go out in the galaxy and find some higher level ships so I can defeat them. And then I'll be done with all of my dailies for today. So that is that. Once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much once again to Star Trek Fleet Command for sponsoring this video. If you like what you saw, please go down in the description down below this video, click the link, download the game, and give it a shot. My name is FG, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.